Hey y'all, so it's been a while since I've been on YouTube and made a tutorial, but I just wanted to do a quick updated everyday makeup look, very quick and easy, and I have some new products. Not makeup, but I have this new lotion called Real Squeeze Aloe Vera Emulsion, and we got this in around Atlanta, Georgia, in Duluth area. There's a Koreatown, and did a lot of shopping there. But the smell is so fresh and very nice. So very nice and pleasing. I haven't really been breaking out, but I do have some scarring, and my skin was really clear before I went to Georgia. But in Georgia, I broke out a little bit due to changing my skincare. But it is all better now, so I'm just waiting for my scars to go away. I'm just gonna moisturize with that. So I haven't really been online because well, I was quite ill in around February, and I noticed it showed through my videos, so I deleted a bunch of videos and the ones I didn't feel comfortable sharing anymore, and I just wanted to kind of start fresh again and just be more mindful of what I share and things like that. But anyways, I thought about it more. I've been thinking a lot about architecture again, and I feel that, by the way, I'm using Blurring Skin Tint by CoverGirl in the color Fair Neutral. I think it's my perfect skin tone. Slightly darker than what it is, but I am a little bit uneven in the skin tone, so it really evens it out, I guess. Some parts are lighter, some parts are darker, so I think it's a good match. Anyways, I haven't really been on social media. I haven't really been on YouTube, and I feel that I've been thinking a lot about architecture again. I've been thinking about historic preservation, art history, architectural history, and kind of at a point where I need to work, but I have a few hospital bills that I need to get paid for by Medicaid, so I'm waiting for that to go through, and once that goes through, I can actively look for jobs. I did look for jobs last week because the lady I talked to at Medicaid said I'm able to work while getting my bills paid for, but then I double checked, and when I double checked, they said something else, and it was more conflicting, so I didn't really get a clear answer. So I'm not gonna work until, well, I am working for my parents right now. I'm just doing part-time work right now, but I'm talking more about full-time jobs, and I'm not gonna get a full-time job until I have those hospital bills paid for, because I don't want to pay an extra $50,000 just out of pocket, because that's like a year of working for free. So anyways, my hair is not too great today. It was good the last few days, but I kind of woke up weird and then didn't blow dry it correctly. But okay, just doing a quick layer of this foundation, and you can tell it's a really good match. Just blending down my neck. Then I'm gonna go in with concealer, the Revlon Photo Ready Stick Concealer in light medium. Just a little bit under the eye, and then on some spots. And I kind of come to the conclusion that it's not what I study, because I am usually a very good student. It's not what I study, it's my mental state when I'm studying. So if I'm in a bad mental state, I might get a bad grade. If I'm in a good mental state, I'll get a good grade. And it's not necessarily what I study, because I've done graduate architecture, I've done graduate counseling, graduate arts administration, but it is just my mental state at that time. So I found out that my health is non-negotiable now, and I think that's pretty good. Like I've been really enjoying my medication routine lately, and that is paliperidone 9 milligrams daily, and then propranolol, which is an anxiety medication, and that I take 3 times a day, 10 milligrams. Sometimes 2 times a day. It's kind of as needed, but at least 2 to 3 times a day. And I find that it's very relaxing, and I'm always calm. Like, I'm very calm, I'm very collected, and I feel like it's a good baseline for me. Next, I'm gonna go in with Pink in the Afternoon. It looks more orange on the sticker, but it's actually quite pink. I don't know, does it look pretty? On camera it looks pretty similar, but in person it's more pink. But I'm gonna go in with this. At night, I've been moisturizing with let me go grab it real quick. I'll share a few other products that we got in Georgia. So at night, I tend to use this product more than the emulsion. So I'll use the emulsion in the morning, and then at night I'll use the green tea hyaluronic skin by Innisfree. And then I'll go over with OTTD Spot Calming Gel. Has a really nice scent. And then the Innisfree is scent free. So and then my lip product that I've been using at night is the CNP Laboratory Derma Moisture Lip Balm, and it's so moisturizing. Like, it's very thick and creamy, and no scent either, but it's very, very thick, which I really need. I'm gonna go over my cheeks with the same lipstick, and I feel that it's much more cost effective than the what was I using? I was using the Fresh Advanced Lip Therapy. That one is like, I believe, $28. This one's $15, so it's much better long term. And on the days I need extra help, I'll do Vaseline as well. But this is good for days when my lips are just slightly dry and need some extra help. Anyways, I've been feeling really lost. It's a weird feeling because I am lost in the sense that it's not that I don't have a direction. I feel lost that I can't make active plans or actions right now. So I feel a little bit, I feel like I'm kind of floating in the air with all these plans and these things that I want to get done in the future, but can't actively make happen because of certain things. Like I have this 9.5K debt I have to pay to release my transcripts. So that's something I need to work towards. And working part-time right now, I can definitely pay it off in like 2 years. But if I had a full-time job, it'd go by much quicker. So I'm hoping I'll get a full-time job soon. And then, making plans about my education, and it's like I feel that when I put a reasoning behind my mental health and say, oh, I am sick, so I can't study this anymore, it kind of distracts from my ultimate goals and my ultimate talents. And I feel like instead of saying, oh, I am sick, I should no longer study this, I'm going to use the Lash Princess Essence False Lash Effect Mascara. And instead of saying, oh, I can't study this anymore because I had an episode and I'm ill and I can't function correctly, instead of saying that, I think it should be more, I was ill, but now I am better and I can continue. And I wish I stayed in the program, the architecture program, even if it took me longer. And I wish I took more of the core classes instead of electives. And I think that would have helped to focus my studies and progress me along the degree path. But because I got sick so many times in New Mexico, it was very distracting and ultimately disorientating, because I feel like I couldn't. I feel, like when you procrastinate on something and then you say, oh, I better quit and start something new or start something else instead of continuing and falling further behind. It felt like that. So at that point, I felt like I would never finish the degree. So I, switched paths. But then it got, progressively worse and worse. So, and I think it's partially because, like, UNM was such a good label, like University of New Mexico School of Architecture and Planning. I really fit that label and I really adhered to it and connected with that title. And so it lasted quite a long time, even though I was sick. But then once I switched to more lesser known universities and degrees, and I felt like a little bit like I wasn't applying myself all the way, and I felt like I wasn't quite actualizing my potential. Sorry, this is not a good mascara day. Can't really see in this lighting. Let me fix this real quick. But anyways, I'm thinking about potentially going back to UNM because it was such a nice campus and I really like the professors and the people I've met there. But at the same time, I feel like I'm gonna run into my memories of being sick, and I kind of want to first start somewhere new, somewhere different, but definitely staying in the architecture field. And I don't think it's a matter of work-life balance, because I always like reasoned, man, I wish I had a comb, which I might actually do. I'm gonna use this is not a good mascara day. I'm gonna use an eyebrow comb and kind of brush out the mascara. It's much better. And I used to say it was the work-life balance and it was unmanageable, and the what's it called? The all-nighters were too much, the studio life was too much, and things like that. But when I really think about it, I really enjoy hard work and I enjoy the creative lifestyle. And if that means, you know, putting in extra hours and working harder, you know, I think I would really like to try again. But you know, I think I do have can I get this little piece of mascara? I think that you know, looking back, I've had really good experiences in New Mexico, like the climate, the culture, meeting the Baha'i people in New Mexico is really nice. That's a lifelong part of my journey, and I think you know, experiencing Adobe architecture was amazing, like going through Old Town, going through the Taos Pueblos, going through Santa Fe. It was literally some of the most amazing times of my life. And then I think the food was amazing. Living on my own for the first time was really amazing. Being able to be independent and work towards, you know, creating the life that I want to live by myself. That was exhilarating, to be on my own, and I want to try again, but it's like, I don't know if I want to go back to New Mexico, because part of me feels so connected with the nature there. But you know, the poverty, the neighborhoods are not too great where I live, and I don't want to be stuck to that condo that we have there. I want to live in a better place, and I think put on this ring. I think that you know, I'm headed towards a good path. I'm gonna be late for sure. You know, I was early most of my life. I graduated almost with the dual bachelors at 22, a semester late, but still 22. And you know, started my master's at 24. So I wasn't I was always on time. I was always early, you know, but this time I am gonna be a little late. I'll probably work a few years minimum and then start my degree program again. Maybe when I'm 32, 33 minimum, if I could work even more at a job that I like, if I can find a job that I like, and you know, save money and then go back to school. That would be even better. But you know, I'm thinking about SOAS, School of Oriental and African Studies at University of London, and I'm thinking about the Masters of History of Art and Architecture of the Islamic Middle East. And I feel like every time I research degrees that have to do with Islamic art or Islamic architecture, it's so limited in the US. And I feel that if I did that degree in London, it would really orient my design capabilities and my creativity in a way that would really bring me a lot of satisfaction with myself and my studies. And I feel that but that's more money, so working more. I've been thinking a lot, and it all really boils down to how much I need to work and can work, and how much I can save and things like that. But finding jobs in Anchorage is really hard, and finding jobs that I enjoy and jobs that have health insurance is really hard. So I feel that I am well, I haven't like actively been applying because I'm waiting for those hospital bills to go through. So I'm still waiting, but maybe in about a month or so, I'll be able to actively be applying to jobs on a regular basis. So I'll update you guys on that. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to work for a few years, pay off some debt, and release those transcripts, take some prerequisite courses. If I go to SOAS, I don't need to take prerequisite courses because I've already been accepted twice, so I know how the admissions work. But if I went straight for architecture, I would definitely need to take some courses. But I do have some time to think about it, and I have some time to process, options and process finances and things like that. But it's like I feel like I've been running into the same issues every day, every week for the last however so months. That whatever I do, it doesn't, even if I want to plan and things like that, I can't do much until I pay off the $9.5K for my transcripts. And so kind of at this weird point in my life where I'm just waiting for things to happen, waiting for insurance to go through, but just enjoying life with my parents right now. I'm just working, and then but I enjoy working with my parents though, because it honestly feels like I'm not working, and because it's like an hour to 3 hours in the morning depending on how much work there is, but it's usually like an hour to an hour and a half, which is really easy. And then come home, usually take a nap, and then we'll have lunch, maybe we'll go for a walk, and I'll do some research, and then think about future plans and do some finance charting and things like that. But I think overall it's been really good the last few months, because I've been really stable, and that's something I really value. And even if I have to wait for some things to pass, at least I have a plan. And my ideal plan would be to stay on my medications and then apply for SOAS and then do an MArch at UNM again, and then become a Middle Eastern architect, and or in the heritage of, and that would be my ideal. And then maybe I can teach architecture at the university, or do a PhD after that. That is the ideal goal. And there are other options, like there are other universities I've been thinking about, like UT Austin and some in Illinois, some in Iowa. I've been thinking lately about cold weather cities because maybe the heat provokes something in my mental health. I'm not quite sure. I had a good experience in the desert, but I also know that I was the most sick when I was in the desert. So, maybe finding a balance with the climate would be better. And then, just working on my hobbies. I want to start an Instagram for just architectural sketches and drawings, like floor plans and sectionals and things like that. Both 2D and 3D. I think I want to start that soon. I've been getting back into painting lately, which I took a long break from. And then I want to start the cello again. So there are plans to keep myself busy and occupied. But that's basically what's been happening the last few months. Just feeling a little down about my future and my finances, but overall, staying stable, staying healthy, and just waiting for those bills to go through, waiting till I am able to apply for jobs, and then from there I will see a more clear path to my future. But in the meantime, I'll be staying in Anchorage for the next few years at least, and then maybe if my sister moves again for her next job, maybe I'll go to wherever she goes. Right now she's in the Chicago area, but I might, if she goes somewhere else, because this is I believe it's a 2-year position, and she started in late September, I think late 2025. So I think if she moves somewhere else, I might consider moving somewhere else as well, just to get a broader picture and better job opportunities. But for now, this is my plan, and I hope you guys have been doing well. And sorry I haven't really been posting. I just took a kind of a hiatus from social media and felt a little odd being online when I'm not doing my best and health wise. So just wanted to take a mental health break and give you guys a quick update, and I hope you like this makeup tutorial. I've been wearing this almost every day. Some days I don't wear makeup and just wear concealer like today, but since I didn't wear makeup, I thought I'd do a tutorial. And it's really brightening. Since it's slightly peachy, it's really brightening for the skin. And I found that this Pink in the Afternoon 415 lipstick goes really well with neutral or light olive skin tones. It like just really brightens your skin. So if you have similar skin tone, I would highly recommend trying this lipstick. I got this other lipstick. I'm not going to show it because I don't really quite like it, but it's slightly darker and more mauve-y red. Not red, but like a mauve kind of maroonish color. But I feel like my skin tone just suits light colors better, like pinks and peaches, and the maroons and reds just make me look really too serious and dark, so I don't really quite like those. But yeah, I hope this gives you guys a good update on what I've been up to, and just hoping that, pray for me, pray that those bills go through, because I've been waiting since, honestly, I've been waiting since middle of March, but my hospitalization was in January, so I've been waiting for almost half a year. But, you know, seriously for the last few months, so just taking a long time and it's really holding up my plans. Yeah, but I wish you guys well, and I hope that whatever you're going through is not too bad, and I hope that you're healthy and doing well in life and having good hopes and dreams for yourself and working towards those. And I'll hopefully provide you guys another update. I'll try to post more regularly, but if not, then in a month we'll see how we are. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video, and have a good week.